My name is Sheryland Neal. I am the first princesa of Carnaval, Copacabana. I am the first American ever to be approved to compete for the title of Samba Queen of Rio Carnaval.
I'm in Rio de Janeiro for my first carnaval, so I sat with my new friend Sheryland, a very accomplished samba dancer, to get all the details about these epic celebrations. I'm Jessica, and this is The People You Meet.
How long have you been dancing samba, and what initially piqued your interest in this dance?
I became a passista of Pittsburgh Samba Group in 2017. So that's when I considered my official introduction into being a passista. It was 2017 in Pittsburgh with Pittsburgh Samba Group. Before then, I was a capoeirista. I used to play in the batucada, so the Brazilian culture isn't new to me. The dance in terms of capoeira isn't new to me in terms of Brazilian dances. Capoeiristas will be not very happy that I call capoeira a dance.
A dance.
But yeah, I became a passista officially in 2017 in Pittsburgh with Pittsburgh Samba Group. And ever since then, I've been really interested in the pursuit of freedom, pursuit of happiness. How free can I get? How happy can I get? How active can I get? Because it's strenuous enough, but I love that about samba.
And what was that transition like from capoeira to dancing samba?
Reluctant. Because at the time I was like, I'm a pugilist. I'm a serious, I'm a fighter, I'm strong. There's no time or space for flowery dancing. I'm a warrior, And then my life situation evolved to where I couldn't train capoeira as often as I liked with the intensity that I liked. And then that's when I moved to music. And I liked playing in the batucada because it was strenuous. It was more strenuous in terms of the concentration on rhythm and playing, but the lower body element was missing. So where capoeira, I got upper body, lower body, clap, sing, dance. Being a percussionist, I got upper body mentals, not really so much dance. And then after I transitioned from being a percussionist to a dancer, I got everything. And then that all came together when I got to Rio because you have to sing. So you get to engage your chest, engage your mind. You have to get the air out to engage your mind to sing. It's strenuous in your body because your upper body and your lower body are both moving at the same time. So it was like a full body, all-encompassing art form that you can't half it.
Yeah.
You can be new at it and kind of get, where you're going, but doing it is full body, inside out, up down, left, right, both hemispheres. And I like that a lot about this art.
And how long have you been in Rio now in general, but also dancing in Rio?
So this is my 4th time in Brazil. It is my 3rd time in Rio. I've been in Rio for 3 years. This trip has been a 3-year investigation of samba, dance, movement, joy, and rhythm. I really enjoy it.
And how did you go from dancing in the US to connecting with samba schools here to dance with?
I wanted to dance here in Rio because in 2010, when I first saw a samba dancer with intention, I recognized it as a distinct, different thing. I saw these women who were in the street and they were, naked, because I was raised very conservative. They were naked, they were just wearing body glitter and feathers, and they were so bold and so unafraid. At this time in my life, I was going through a lot of personal problems, and I was like, I want that. I used to be that, not naked, but just so brave in a way that I felt stunted at that time. I was like, I want to do that now, and they're showing me that it's possible. Did I know how to get to Brazil? No. Did I speak Spanish? Because I thought people down here spoke Spanish. No. I just didn't know anything about it, but it planted a seed that I wanted to come down here. In 2018, I competed in the Beleza Negra in Salvador. I was watching a pageant and I had my camera out and I'm just crying like a lunatic because I had never seen so many people cheering for so many different aesthetics that had a piece of me in them. One woman was tall, one woman was very dark, one woman had a very wide face, everyone had natural hair. And you could only see their body from the chest up because from the armpits down was huge voluminous dresses. So it wasn't who had the biggest butt. It wasn't who had the largest breast. It wasn't who had the smallest waist. It was like, how well can we see that you're comfortable with conducting the air, conducting the environment around you with this much of your body? When I tried to go back in 2018, it didn't work. So I started to think, well, how do I get back down here? So I started training online with different teachers, and then the pandemic hit. So that intensified my online training. And one of my teachers has a mentor here, and she was like, I have my teacher's trying to place someone as a Musa in a school. Do you want to take it? And I was like, am I ready? She goes, you're ready. And then that's how I came to Parade in Rio for the first time in 2020.
And what are you going to be doing this year?
This year I am a pasista.
But will you be having the big head costume and all of that
In the parade?
Yeah.
No.
Not this year.
No. I think I might dance second line.
And what does that mean exactly?
Ooh, so first line, the first line and the back line are really important because they guide the ala through. The ala is the section, the name for the section. They guide the section of pasistas through the parade, and they have to be really organized. The back line closes us off so that we don't look like afraid him as we're parading. The sides are important because they're facing the audience, so that's really strenuous. It's actually more exhausting to dance on the sides, I think, than on the front, and more exhausting to dance in the front than it is in the back. Front line is considered more prestigious because when the cameras come, they're gonna scan the front line. But I think I'm gonna dance maybe second or third line. I don't think I'm gonna do front line because we have some more experienced pasistas in the ala, and I don't. It's fine. That would be an honor. I mean, just to parade with these people. As the time has gone on, I realized, like, not only have I competed with some of these people in some of the major contests that I've done here in Rio, there are people in my ala that are my professors. So it's just this mixture of just good energy, humility, togetherness. You know, we have our fights, we take it to the back room, and we're like, we're all gonna freaking squash this right now.
Any good team has those moments.
Yeah, of course. But it's the commitment to embracing those moments that help reinforce the strength of the team. I understand why you're dancing like that because you told me something personal in your life and it's affecting you. So I'm gonna let you dance it out on the Avenida. I'm gonna let you dance it out in the Quadra. I'm gonna let you punch air in the street rehearsal, and then when we get back to the pasista green room, I'm gonna hug you and ask you, how are you doing? Are you okay? Do you need water? Do you need beer? That's what it's about, being a part of a pasista ala, especially ala comunidade.
And you're training all year, right?
It does not stop because we have the rehearsals at the Quadra, rehearsals at the Samba school. Then the parade happens. And then you have proyectos, which is like Samba classes and the different components of the Samba parade. They start teaching classes for people who are interested in either brushing up their skills, learning skills for next year, so that they can either audition or be selected. I mean, and that's just to maintain a good, strong, solid base. There are people who train for aesthetics. You know, like you see some of the musas who are like absolutely stacked. You can't take a month off from that. Unless like injury, sure. But just because you don't feel like it, you lose too much. So you have to stay in it and stay current.
We are a little more than a week away from the carnival week.
The big one.
The big one, the big week. What are you doing? What is your prep like? What is your what is your everyday like?
Trying to make sure I take care of my body, take care of my health. Any booster shots, get them, because we're going to be pressed in together, and around this time a lot of airborne illnesses kind of pass around. There's a lot of kissing in Carnival. Staying hydrated, staying fed, staying rest, taking care of our feet. Because if you trash your feet the day of you have to wear your heels. Right?
Yeah, regardless.
You have to. Yeah. So just taking care of myself, making sure I'm eating, making sure I'm resting as efficiently as possible. Enredo is the theme, and the Samba Enredo is the song that goes with the theme.
Okay.
So every school has two. Working on the Enredo because I have to make my mouth match, even if I don't know the words. So just trying to at least have, when everyone else is singing a vowel, making sure I don't have my teeth closed in the consonant, because singing is a scored element of the parade.
What are the other scored elements of the parade?
We have the Começar de Frente, which is the first line of artistic dancers that enter the Avenida when we parade at Sapucaí. They dance the feeling and the general progression of the story of the enredo, the samba enredo, the song. This position is so important that it's one of the few positions in Carnival that are paid. Most of the other people who participate are unpaid participants. So it's that important that they're paid. Then we have the cars. The thing that's important with the cars is that, one, there's no accidents. You cannot run into the stands. People cannot fall off. It has to be safe. Everyone on the car has to have visual congruency. So their costumes have to have all the parts of the costume. They have to be singing. Singing is graded. The aesthetic of the cars are graded. The cars don't have to be the same because they all tell different parts of the story. They bring attention to different things that are referenced in the samba enredo, so they don't have to match.
Yeah.
But within the car, everything has to congru. You have to sing, dance when appropriate. This timing, if you go over time or under time, you get points taken off. So the time starts when the first person, the Começar de Frente, crosses over the start line, and it ends when the last person crosses over the finish line. I've seen people do the math. I've seen schools do the math and be like, we'll get less points taken off for running than to finish overtime. The costumes, if they go well with the theme, they have to make sense. If you have something fall off a car, points taken off. If you have a piece of the costume fall off, points taken off. The musas, the queens, the baianas, and I don't think the Velaguardias are graded. The Velaguardias are elders in the community who don't dance as baiana and they don't work as the harmonia or the evolução. They're given an honored position in the parade. They just kind of look like the usher board. They wear these nice suits and long skirts, you know, and have this beautiful like this, but it's on their shoulder and it says Velaguardia. And they get to kind of step and wave and sing and still participate even if they don't want to do anything as strenuous as dance. The only things that don't have to be there but were put there to kind of help with the visual congruency, to keep everything kind of visually together, the musas. The musas are not scored elements of the samba parade. I think for that reason they are scrutinized a little bit less when they're chosen. They can be chosen for aesthetic, they can be chosen for talent, they could be chosen for both, they could be chosen for none. So, but because they're not scored, there's a little bit more flexibility in how many you have and how they are placed in the parade. So why the musas? The musas are usually placed between cars and a group of people because the cars can't get too close to the people. It seems like a vacant space. It seems like the parade stalls a little bit. So they put a musa there to kind of fill up that space, which is hard because now you have to dance laterally. You have to dance here and then cross and come back. So when you get tired, don't tell anyone this. When we get tired, we'll spin a little bit and we'll wave and we'll rock when we get tired of singing because like you're speaking out the entire time. You got to inhale. And so we'll kind of turn our face to kind of take a breath and then we'll come back and, you know, so the using
Tricks of the trade.
So we use elements of joy and spinning and to elevate the sense of joy in performing when we need to rest. And we use that to keep everybody in time and lockstep as we progress.
What does it feel like to enter the Samba Drome?
You start hearing the Samba enredos. The Samba enredo is the musical interpretation of the theme from previous carnivals. And you're just kind of like having happy memories and everyone's just dressed and kind of bouncing around and goofing off. And then you see the fireworks go off in your school colors. It gets hot, it gets cold, and I just feel this wave of emotion, just this warmth just wash over my heart. And I'm like, yo, this is what I've been training for all year. This is what I've been hoping for since 2010. I did it. Because like you don't realize how much goes into it until you're in that moment. And you realize that you did it. It feels like the most exciting thing you've ever been ready for in your entire life. It feels like no matter what, I know exactly what's gonna happen. The conditions are different. It could be wet, it could be confetti on the ground, you could slip, anything can happen. But you are so heightened and so focused and so trained. You know exactly what you're gonna do. And this is just, you get 700 meters to play with 2,500 of your best friends, 10,000 to 15,000 people watch. And then you have your family at home cheering for you, and they meant well, but they didn't want you to go. They don't know what that's like. They just want to protect you. And you get on the plane and you train and you learn a language and you hurt and you're dehydrated and you're lonely. And when you get on the Avenida and you cross the start line and you look up to the left, it's just a bank of people you'll never see again in your life cheering for you with all the air in their chest. All the air in their chest, and they're singing the song that you've spent months learning. It's such electricity. And the Brazilians have this amazing talent. They don't sing with you, they sing into you. You know, it's kind of like, happy birthday to you, happy birthday. It's like, happy birthday. And it's just like, this is intense. And you cross the line and you go, yeah, my costume has rubbed a sore spot in my ribs, my feet hurt, my backpack is broken, my headpiece is slid down over one eye, but I think I got one more carnival left. I can do it again.
But what would you say if the sky, the universe is absolutely the limit? What is your ultimate dream as a dancer here in Rio?
I would love to be the queen of a school, but a respected, talented, proficient queen of a school in my own right and in a very legitimate sense. Now, a lot of queens, they pay for their positions. And because I wasn't born here, I understand more likely I would need to pay for a position. So if I do become queen of a school, I want people to be like, oh, her? She's the queen of that school? Well, she kind of earned it, though. She did this, she did that, she helped here, she helped there, she taught classes, she facilitated this and that, she's been here, she's kept in contact, she sent flowers when blah, blah, blah. You know, and not just, oh, well, you know, rich people throw money at the school and then they become queens. I want to be seen as a welcome asset to a school that I respect, for an art that I adore, in a community that I love. I would love and be honored to be the queen of a school here. If not, I would love to be a musa of a school here, selected and supported by the community. And if not, give me my passista heels, man. Give me my passista heels. Começar do frente, let's go.